But you mentioned Vernon. Now, like I said, I'm not from here. I've heard of him, but I don't know his full story. So, with you being close to him, I know you close to him. Same last name, right?
Yeah, that's my dad. Bro.
It's your uncle. Oh, okay.
That's my dad.
So, can you give me like a backstory of him and like what is he to the city?
Damn, where can I start? Man, let me tell you something, man. Vernon was probably the most humble individuals, man, that I ever met in my life, man. And I ain't saying that, you know what I'm saying, like, because that's my uncle. Like the way he trained, man, the way he put up the stuff that he put his body through, man. You know what I'm saying? He was one of 7, man. So it was 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? They grew up on Alley Homes. They lived on Watkins Street. You know, man. Hey, when you get to a certain level, man, in your career, in your life, man, and like you start realizing, like, hey, man, I don't want to go back through here. Like you say fuck it, and you make it happen.
Right.
And that's what he did. Like Vernon knew that I didn't want to be back. You know what I'm saying, in there. But man, as far as, you know what I'm saying, like outside of that, man, Vernon was that dude, man. Like in the community. And I'm be straight up with you, man. I think like some of the city just like they forgot about him when he died. Like so everything just like almost focused on like James Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like if you notice, man, on my post, man, I put R.P. Vernon on everything.
That's why I realized who it was. I'm like, why he putting it? I'm thinking it's new. Yeah. I thought maybe you was sending it from your phone and you had a signature text. I don't know. I'm thinking old age, but so it's an uncle and he boxed. Now I've talked to boxers. Like I interviewed Jip. In fact, I think he brought you up. Matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it.
He's probably with you too.
Yeah. So, and he's not too far from you all the same age, kind of like some age range.
I think he's 27. I think.
So speaking of that, when you talk about Vernon, so like I hear he had like a major boxing kind of record too, right? Like he was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was probably big time, man. He was the first fighter, you know, Sugar Shane Moses. His first fighter beat Sugar Shane Moses twice.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Twice, man. And hey, I'm gonna tell you, and it's crazy, man. Like he's been gone like 10 years now. So and they still ain't got him in the Hall of Fame, man. I feel some type of way about that, man. But you know, that's a different conversation, man, for another day. But you know, it is. But you know, all in all, man, like he was a good person. If you ever would have got a chance to meet him, man, like you'll love him though. You'll love him, man. He like down to earth. He like cool, man. He wasn't that celebrity. Like I mean, he was so regular. Like, you know, we talking about a millionaire. Like,
right.
You'll think like millionaire, like he got a status, so he'll have some type of security. Who? And he'll go in the store, man. Like, man, he's gonna sound like a regular person, man. Like, you know, some people may recognize, oh, that's Vernon Forrest. You know, we can like hear it and stuff like that, but we ain't looking at like that, man. That's our uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like other people didn't know who he was. Like, you know.
So I'm saying, how was it growing up? Like knowing that, like everybody knowing that you're the nephew of a millionaire or a boxer from Augusta, like. People treat you any different? They thought you had money, or like did they expect you to have money because your uncle's a millionaire?
Some people did, but it wasn't bad though. Like, you know, people knew who he was. Like it wasn't not like that. Like I ain't never been no flashy, man. Like, you know, I just always like I said, I always stood in the background of things, man. So like, people knew who he was though.
When he passed, how old were you?
I was 17. No, I was 16 or 17.
You know, it wasn't high school. I remember hearing about that. It wasn't high school. Yeah. So I had to ask you, like, if you don't mind, I don't know if you do, let me know. But like, can you run me through that day if you found that out? I'm assuming this is a dear person to you, right? Person that's dear to you. You look up to him. You're boxing at this time, right? You don't have the accident yet, right?
Yeah. Nah, I ain't
so
had accident at the time.
When you hear this news, like, run me through that day.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, and this for like first time we ever talking about this, man.
That's what I do here. Mic check. More the Masters podcast, your host, Main, of course. Before we get into the episode, I want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Quintessential Designs, aka The Art of Remodeling. Located on 2745 Tobacco Road. You can get your bathroom repair, sink repair, all custom designs here. Over hundreds and hundreds of tiles to choose from. Business hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they also are open after hours for certain appointments. Just contact them at contactus@atbremodeling.com. Once again, you can email them at contactus@atbremodeling.com. If that don't work, you could call Quentin at 706-469-9565. Once again, 706-469-9565. Now, back to the show.
that night, man, I was talking to I remember I had just got up to use the bathroom. It was probably about 11 o'clock that night. My cousin had texted me. He was like, "Hey man, Vernon had got shot." I was like, "What?" Like, you ain't thinking none of it. You just like, okay, Vernon just got shot. Like, all right, what else? Like, it from like 30 minutes. Like, I was just up. So I hit my daddy jump up. My daddy was there at the time, and he was like, Vernon just left a club, man. He just got shot. I was like, man, this can't be true. Like, so I'm calling my cousin. He ain't picking up the phone. I'm calling my other cousin. He ain't picking up the phone. My grandma called my mom, man, and said, not my mom, my dad, and it was like, Vernon gone. Man, my whole world like went to the ground, man. Damn. So, man, I'm gonna tell you, and it's like I said, it's been 10 years, and I still haven't got over it yet, man. Like, I was there during the trial, man. Like, the dad's guy that they got sentenced to. I want to actually pull the trigger, and man, it all from like during that day, like especially the day he got sentenced. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, they just knew probably like one of us was gonna act a fool or nothing. And at that time, I was a cop at that time. Then when he was getting sentenced, I was with Richmond County. Man, they brought like every damn police officer in Fulton County inside the courtroom that day he got sentenced. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, I ain't never been that one to, like, turn violence, what I'm saying, with violence, man.
Right.
But, like they ain't just take a person that day, man. Like, they took somebody, like, they took a piece of my heart, man. Like, when he died, man. And I still, like I said, man, some days I cried. I can meet him. I remember the other day, man, it was crazy. A video had popped up on my phone, man. I pulled it to the side and I was looking at it. It was something with Vernon. Man, I just started crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about him all the time, man. Like,
I mean, I think it's expected, you know what I'm saying, of course. And, I think when you have a family member that's near and dear to a city and that's popular, okay. I think people, it can get overshadowed that it's people that look at him a different way. Yeah, so you're not looking at him as Vernon the Boxer. Yeah. Oh, this is somebody that you love and you know they probably inspired you. You know what I'm saying? You look up to, and they're not there no more.
Oh yeah, and people like especially that night, man. People like when people start getting the facts stuff what happened, they're like, man, like he run after those guys. Like, if he hadn't run after those guys, he'd be alive, and that's probably true. But like, you had to know who the type of person he was, man. Like, all his life, man. Like, Vernon worked for everything that he had. Like, so, and I just know that if those guys would ask for anything, he would have get shot off his back. Like, that was him. Like, he wasn't go run after dude and kill him per se, but like, it's like that was his just demeanor, man. Like,
right.
Anybody would have did that at night, he would do the same thing, no doubt. And if he was allowed today, he'd go back and do the same thing again. He would just, if you take him, he gonna get you.
Like, how did you deal with that afterwards? Like, just going forward. I mean, you were still in school, so you have to finish school.
Yeah.
You still, like, I don't know if you just took boxing more serious after that. Like, how'd you deal with that afterwards? Because it seemed like it affects you a lot.
Oh yeah. Man, it was hard, man. It was hard. Man, I mean, it was like, man, like I said, man, at that time I didn't understand it. I was young. And as I got older, but during that time, man, like mentally, man, like depressed, like it was just like it was hard, man. like it was more hard because of my grandmother, man. Like, my grandmother, man. Like, but that's one strong woman, man. You know what I'm saying? And she knew that. You know what I'm saying? She had to stay strong for us. But
how about the family? How did the family take it? I mean, you got. I don't know how I looked at him, but you said he was what, 1 of 7?
Who that?
Your parents.
Yeah, he was 1 of 7. Yeah.
So 7 kids. Yeah. This is the assuming quote unquote breadwinner. It's a person that you know how we look at we look at people that make it out in sports. Like, this is our ticket. This is our So how did they feel then when it's like now it's at a halt now,
man,
possibly?
Yeah, it was, man. It was tough, man. First beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Vernon did a lot, man. Like, for the family. You know what I'm saying? Like Vernon was like that person in the family. Like, he was that person as far as just, hey man, I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna try to do this if he could. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people didn't know this, man. Like Vernon won that. He won that. He was a superstar, but he won a mega superstar. We talking about people like Canelo, like Floyd Mayweather, those guys in that capital. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't there yet.
Yeah, he wasn't there yet. But and like I said, that's another thing too, man. Like, a lot of fighters used to duck Vernon, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't wanna have that because they just knew that he could fight. Number one, and number two, he was a long welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
so
it was just like I said, man. It just took a breath out of everybody in the family, man.
So I'm like I said, I know that was just a life changing event for you. So you finished school, you know what I'm saying? You at what point? Now you said during the trial you was already a police officer. So
yeah.
What year was this trial? When did it happen? Like when did he pass?
He passed in 2009.
So dang, when was the trial then?
The trial, man. The trial started like what everybody had. They, of course, they different days, but I went to the one that actually pulled the trigger, and that trial was in 2016.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, I've been with the sheriff's office now since 2014, so I've
so
been for a while now.
All right, so let me ask you then. Just during that time, so let's talk about your life before you became an officer, like, and then I guess leading into becoming an officer. So you finished school, like, what were you doing during this time? You had an accident.
Yeah. I was still trying to get into. I was still trying to get back into boxing.
Was it more so because you had a desire to do it, want to do it, or was you just trying to fulfill something for your uncle? Or?
Yeah, I just even when he was here, man, I just knew that I was just gonna be that guy, like I was gonna be on top. And I'll be honest with you, man. Like I couldn't get motivated no more. Like when he died, like you know what I'm saying? Because like he never did, get to come see me fighting now. But he's always like, hey man, I'm come check you out. But he was always busy,
right?
But
well, can I ask you what your record was in amateurs?
Man, I went 49-3 in the amateurs.
No, you gotta say the mic. You gotta say the mic.
I went 49-3 in the amateurs, man.
Say what?
49-3.
49-3. Okay.
49-3.
So I want to talk about 3. You know that. I want to ask you about them 3.
You
didn't get knocked out, did you?
No, I ain't get knocked out.
Okay, we good then. We good.
Yeah, I got knocked down though.